This is nScreenNoise. My name is Colin Dixon, founder and chief analyst at nScreen Media, and today is December 21st, 2017. Well, I have 4 data points from 2017 that stood out for me this year. So I'm going to jump right in with my first one, which is 60%. This is the percentage of US adults that use SVOD services on a daily basis. Now this comes from new data from TiVo that was released for Q3 2017, just released. And what the company says is that 64% of US adults now are watching SVOD services, and that 93% say that they are watching it on a daily basis. What's more, they're spending a lot of time watching. According to TiVo, over 50% of that group who watch SVOD services say they're watching for 2 or more hours per day. So I think this really illustrates just how much SVOD services have become a part of our daily television viewing. My second data point, well, that's 22%. Now this is a bit of an odd one. This is the decrease in positive emotions when a video you're watching stalls, when it does that buffering thing with the spinning wheel. That's called a buffering event, and there's a 22% decrease in positive emotions when you hit that buffer. Now this comes from a white paper from Akamai and Sensum, which was released this year, and it turns out if you've watched that show Lie to Me, the guy on there, Dr. Leichman, can recognize when somebody is lying by monitoring their micro emotions, the micro expressions on their face. Well, it turns out this isn't just a Hollywood thing, it's a real thing. And Sensum can actually measure this, and they measured it when people were watching streaming video and it stalled. And what they saw was pretty shocking. They saw an increase of 27% in surprise, a decrease of 14% in happiness, and focus dropped 8%. Negative emotions, disgust and sadness, both increased 9% and 7%. So what this tells you is quality really matters, and you better be pretty careful picking your partners in the delivery of your video, because if you pick the wrong one, you could end up increasing those buffers and disgusting a sizable amount of your audience, and that is something you never want to do. My third data point, well, it's actually 3. It's 14%, 18% and 4%. This is the decrease in kiosk, store and electronic movie rentals over the last year. The data comes from the Digital Entertainment Group, DEG, and they say that really rentals is in full decline now in all 3 modes, both store, disc and kiosks and electronic are all falling these days, and it's fallen quite a lot. In Q3 2013, the industry generated $1 billion in revenue, and it's fallen now to $650 million in the last Q3, in Q3 2017. And this really illustrates that we are getting out of the habit of watching movies. What are we doing instead? Well, you know, we are in those SVOD services, binge watching shows like Stranger Things, Transparent, House of Cards, and that's how we're filling up those extended periods of viewing. It's binge viewing those shows. So a big change, I think, in the way we watch video and the way we enjoy entertainment in the home. My last data point for you is 6 hours. This is the reduction in the amount of time adults 25 to 34 spend watching television and time-shifted television through DVRs between 2014 and 2017. Yes, 25 to 34-year-olds, the older millennials, are watching 1 hour, almost 1 hour less per day than they were just 3 years ago. And that wasn't even the biggest percentage increase. The biggest decrease was in the 12 to 17-year-olds. They are watching 38% less TV than back in 2014. And the 18 to 24-year-olds, that's down 33%. So the young are really leaving television fast these days. And I think you can expect that to continue and maybe even accelerate in 2018. Well, there you have it. There are my 4 data points for 2017. I look forward to seeing you in 2018 here on nScreenNoise, where I'll bring you lots more data and lots more analysis on the news that matters. We'll see you again next time.